Hello, this is just a quick video to show you how I fix what I call spaghetti. No one else on the planet calls it that. It's when your weft has caught around a warp thread and you need to take it out and fix it. And so of course you find the shed that it happened on. I should have done that before I started the video. There we go. All right. Oh, and that's not the one. And that's not the one. Excellent. I'll just, oh, there's one. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it, but my weft right here is caught around one of the warp threads. So your inclination, of course, is to try to just get your shuttle under that one thread and take it out. But invariably, if you are me, you catch it under several more threads instead of taking it out of the one. Oops, now it's caught over here. Okay, well, I'll try to fix that one. Oh no, I've caught all of these others as well, etc. I mean, obviously I'm exaggerating, but this situation where the thread is zigzagging back and forth across the warp is familiar to most weavers. And when it's all in white threads, to me it looks like a plate of spaghetti noodles all wrapped around each other, which is why I call it spaghetti. So your first and most obvious and fastest and easiest solution is to just cut it. Just cut the thread, pull it out, and start over. There's nothing wrong with that. But if your pride has become engaged, and so you are determined to fix it without cutting that thread, pride is a dreadful thing, and it usually happens to me, then here is a way to do it that is much easier than trying to solve it with your shuttle. All right, so here is a free end, and let's see which, that was this. I can see that the thread is floating on top of the warp entirely at this point. So I'm going to pull up a loop at that point and at the beginning, and I'm going to make a shed. This shed right here is where the shuttle went. It may not be, and almost certainly isn't, one of the sheds that a treadle can create, but it is where the thread actually went, and that's what you need to undo. Okay, so here, now it's free to this point, and here's the next switchback. So I'm going to pull up a loop again at the switchback, and I'm going to pull up the loose thread connected to the shuttle at one side and this loop at the switchback at the other side, and make a little shed. There is a little shed. And then I have to put the shuttle through that shed from the side to which it is connected, and then coming out on the other side. And the next step has become free. Now this one, it comes out of the warp here, and the next switchback is over here, and that's probably 4.5 inches. That's pretty far. So instead of going across that whole distance, I'm just going to pull up a loop somewhere in the middle so that this span that I'm trying to rectify is only a couple inches at most wide. And then I put the shuttle through that shed, and I work in small sections across to that next switchback. Now the next one is going to be the switchback. And this now appears like it is my last pass. It's a long shot from there to the edge, and maybe I could step on a treadle and open it up, but chances are I would still catch something somewhere. So I'm just going to do the make a shed with loops options, working at about 1.5 inches at a time, or whatever feels appropriate for the weight and set of your yarn. And now I have come back. I might have to even make that shed a little more clear with my fingers. I have come back to the original problem. So I'm going to make the loop out here at the very selvage now, and from where the shuttle is connected, and work through. And then I always open the next shed and make sure that everything is completely free. Let's see, it's this one maybe? Yeah. Oh, it's also got issues that need to be fixed, but the shed, or the shot that I just took out is completely resolved now. Always take it back to the salvage. Even if your problem is in the middle somewhere, don't just fix the problem and leave the shuttle connected in the center and then work out to the edge. Come back to the beginning salvage, because chances are if you had a hook, if you hooked on a warp thread somewhere in the middle, it's because it bounced somewhere closer to the edge. And invariably, if I don't take it out to the very beginning of the shot, I discover later that I have a skip there as well. Okay, I hope that helps.